finance, and we would ask for a motion on that. Mr.
Second.
McAllister. Mr. Wilson, second. Ms. Danby is going to speak to it.
Okay. We have invoices, $456,154.74. And I have invoices in case there's any questions. Provided with the printout. Item B is our retirees who will be getting a retirement pension check from our excess levy. Item C is budget supplements totaling $3,206,386.89. And that is, you should have got an attachment in your board minutes. And I gave this to you with a cover sheet, and then I also did a printout of the actual entries. And I don't know if you guys want to see that, or if you just want to see the cover sheets with the detailed listing with this.
Made them green and orange. I love color.
And then you may have some questions about the new items that came into the budget.
The cover sheet, you've always been very good. If you have a question, shoot you an email and you answer it.
As far as the transfers and all, are these just things that have arisen where we just need to move money around, or is anything unusual there that you want to make us aware
It's,
of?
a lot of it is, the Obama money that was left over. And, so Charlene had to transfer it into new line items, but nothing unusual at all in the transfers. And then, of course, you saw the new money coming in. Do you have any questions about any of the new money? That would be just on the supplements. Okay.
Okay, now I know you're going to meet with us next Friday.
Good Lord willing.
Now, what's the purpose of that session?
You guys will have to actually approve the financial statements before they're submitted to the state. So you'll be approving the financial statements. And what I will do is I'll send you guys an electronic version so that you'll have it when we come into the meeting on Friday.
Now, is this a statutory requirement, or?
You are required to approve the minutes, or the financial statements, yes, before they're submitted to the state.
Another note, back a few months ago, you advised us that some cost overruns that we were going to be responsible for, almost $1 million or $500,000, I guess, at Hartsburg K-8, and I don't know, maybe there's some other factors. At some point, are you planning to come before us and kind of let us know if we're going to have to adjust anything in our budget for this year?
I'll discuss that on Friday.
Are you going to do it as
Yeah, I'm
part of
gonna
that? Okay, yeah, that's good.
a simple spreadsheet, I think, that will kind of, so you guys can understand the process, but we were short on some items, and I'll show you where I took the money from.
Well, just, that amount of money, and, we did our budget last spring, and then when you see numbers like that, they kind of shock you a little bit. You wonder how you're going to adapt to it. And I think we are all, it's something we talked about occasionally.
And actually, I could probably go ahead and send that out to you guys, and I've already shared it with Ms. Lucas and Mr. Minka, already shared it with them. So I could go ahead and send that out to you guys because I'm not totally finished up with the financial statements. But, it's gonna show, here's how it is, and I'm gonna pull money from these particular local projects to get, I had expected $1.4 million. That's what I put into our this year budget as a carryover. So we don't have that, so I have to pull it from other places.
Well,
So I'll just send you a spreadsheet on that too.
Well, that's the kind of thing we're talking about.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got some carryover monies that are going to offset a
Yes.
portion of that. We're not at the point where we're going to have to do any stern cutbacks or anything.
Well,
Maybe.
I think for next year, you will.
You're saying we have carryover, but not the projected carryover?
No.
Okay, well, we'll anxiously wait for next Friday, I guess. Okay, All those in favor of the finance items?
Yes.
Anybody opposed? That being all yes, vote. Okay, personnel, do we have a motion? Mr. Curry, second. Mr. McAllister. Yes, Lucas.
Right. We don't have much personnel scheduled tonight, which is, I guess that's kind of good and bad.
Mixed bag.
Yes. Okay, Section A, employment of professional personnel. Section B is transfer of professional personnel. Section C is employment of substitute service personnel. Section D is employment of extracurricular professional personnel. And Section E is resignation and retirement, which is indicated at the, under effective date. Are there any questions?
Any questions from anyone? Just have a question that I know Mr. Sean there's asking this morning. Do we have any schedule for our principalship at the high school interview?
We have scheduled interviews. Thursday, this Thursday.
Could you say how many are being interviewed? Maybe you can't, I mean.
How many are there?
4.
Okay, that's what I was looking, I wasn't sure.
Make sure
Four.
you could.
I would, could.
That's all I'll ask.
I just
Give
didn't
and
know if
take.
you're going to or not, Sean.
That was just a look of, I'm not quite sure how many.
Thanks.
All right. Okay, all those in favor of the personnel items?
Yes.
Anybody opposed? Being all yes, vote also. Okay. Apparently, if there are any comments from any members of the board about anything else, we'd probably do that now. Anybody have any questions or concerns for public access? Because as I look at the next item, apparently, Ms. Lucas is going to ask that we go into executive session for some personnel items.
Well, excuse, go ahead. Well,
Go
sometimes
ahead.
we need to discuss the Harsh property up there, what we're gonna do with those 2 buildings.
I agree with you.
We
Is
need,
that on,
and that's what I want to talk to Mr. Parsons about, and so you, but we need to discuss that and either get rid of them or do something.
We are actually, can I help you?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
We're actually still using a portion of the old Harts Middle School. The locker rooms are still in use for the football team,
Right.
as well as the old wood shop that's being used as a bus driver's lounge. However, I was up there Thursday and was in the building and found classroom lights on, the lights on in both, lights and exhaust fans on in both bathrooms, inside the main building, the main hallway. And for some reason, there is a refrigerator freezer like this that was plugged up and running in a little storage room. There's absolutely nothing in it. There are people accessing that building, I'm sure, other than board employees. And I'm concerned that not only are they leaving stuff on and damaging stuff, but there's a potential that somebody could get hurt up there.
We need to do something.
I agree with Fred, and also even at the old Adenville school, I think maybe at the same time get an update of what equipment's still there, and, at one time we want to allow them to take what they wanted to the new school, and then other schools could scavenge or whatever.
And we can.
They've done it, so, but, as far as what might still be remaining, we'd like maybe an update on that, but I agree with Fred wholeheartedly. We're not in the building business, but unfortunately, it seems like we are.
Mr. Priest, did you introduce the 2 visiting students?
No, I didn't, Mr. Wilkerson. Would you all introduce yourselves? They're here to observe us. They've been honored to come tonight. They're from Mark University.
Yeah, my name's Aaron Fletcher, and I'm a senior at Marshall, just doing some classwork for one of my classes, having to observe a board meeting, so.
And I'm Michelle Smith.
Now, are either of you in teacher education? You both are?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Look
And we
forward-
appreciate you all having us.
Oh, anytime. Look forward to maybe one of these days you can be with us. Okay, like I said, we're at the point now, we're to ask for a motion to go into executive session for some personnel litigation discussions.
I'll move.
Second.
Mr. Curry makes a motion, Mr. Wilkerson seconds. So at, what is it, 7:05? We'll go to executive session, so everybody else will ask.